The Wellness Summit gave residential school survivors, their families, and communities a chance to reflect, connect with others, and to heal. The ongoing opioid crisis was a topic of discussion, with the Opioid Research Communications and Project Liaison for the Chiefs of Ontario giving a talk on the subject. Sasha Bragg says a common concern is inadequate care for recovering addicts.
One of the main things that was mentioned is aftercare. So, people go to treatment and then they're put right back in the same situation. And a lot of communities don't have aftercare. So yeah, that's a huge barrier that we're facing in communities.
Bragg says there's often a double stigma to contend with.
And not only are you addicted to substances, but you're also Indigenous as well. It's the care, substandard care for sure. Not only that, but a lot of our communities don't even have access to some of these opioid agonist therapies or naloxone even. So just making sure that everybody has access to these is not just First Nations, but everybody.
Another speaker at the summit was Anne Seymour, an associate professor at McGill University. She's been looking into the long-term impacts of colonization.
It's not what's wrong with the person, but what has happened to the person. When I talk about what has happened to the person, I'm thinking about colonization and looking at the impacts. We're not a trauma. We are who we are. As I'm a proud Ojibwe person, and I recognize that through my own healing, that my children and generations to come will be well. So we're moving from intergenerational trauma to intergenerational healing.
Seymour's talk also focused on embracing the land to promote wellness.
We need to return to our teachings and return to the land. And when we return to the land and engage in our identity, it helps with our cultural identity when we engage our cultural practices and our language.
The summit was hosted by the Shingwak Kinumagega Anishinaabe Education Institute. It included workshops on traditional medicines, cultural activities such as beading, and presentations from support services providers. Mike McDonald, APTN National News, Sault Ste. Marie.